He wasn't born into fame, yet there was always something striking about him, a rare mix of intensity, vulnerability, and screen magnetism that made audiences pause and pay attention. Tolga Sarıtaş didn't simply enter Turkish entertainment. He carved his own lane, transforming early passion and discipline into one of the most respected acting careers of his generation. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Tolga Sarıtaş was born on May 30th, 1991, in Istanbul, Turkey. Long before major sets and leading roles, he showed a strong interest in the arts, particularly music and performance. He studied guitar and was deeply drawn to emotional expression from a young age, developing sensitivity and discipline that would later shape his acting style. His acting journey began with supporting roles in television and film, where he steadily refined his craft rather than seeking instant stardom. Early appearances allowed him to build emotional control, realism, and on-screen confidence. His true breakthrough came with his portrayal of Saad Sahanger in the historical epic Matizim Yüzyıl, where his performance stood out for its emotional fragility and depth, earning both audience admiration and critical praise. Rather than becoming confined to historical roles, Tolga pushed himself further. He gained massive popularity with his lead performance as Yavuz in Günsin Kızları, followed by intense and emotionally demanding roles in Söz, Baba, and other dramatic projects. In Söz, his portrayal of a soldier struggling with duty, loss, and leadership solidified his reputation as a powerful dramatic lead capable of carrying complex narratives. Tolga's approach to roles reflects precision and intention. He consistently chooses characters that challenge him emotionally and psychologically, avoiding repetition even when certain formulas guarantee success. This balance between popularity and depth has allowed him to remain relevant in a highly competitive industry. Off-screen, Tolga's public image blends sincerity with restraint. He avoids unnecessary controversy, maintains a respectful distance from constant exposure, and focuses on craft rather than spectacle. His presence feels grounded, reinforcing the authenticity audiences see on screen. His lifestyle mirrors his professional discipline. He values structure, mental focus, and creative balance, often emphasizing personal growth over public validation. Music continues to play an important role in his life, serving as both an emotional outlet and a grounding force. Tolga's influence now extends beyond Turkish television. With strong international viewership through global streaming platforms and a dedicated fan base, he has become one of Turkey's most recognizable and reliable male leads. His estimated net worth reflects steady earnings from acting, endorsements, and long-term collaborations, built through consistency rather than sudden hype. What truly sets him apart is emotional honesty. Tolga brings vulnerability to strength, silence to power, and depth to every role he inhabits. He allows audiences to feel his characters rather than simply watch them. As of 2026, Tolga Sarıtaş stands not only as a leading actor, but as a symbol of intentional growth and emotional realism in modern Turkish entertainment. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. She wasn't born into international fame, yet there was always something quietly captivating about her, a presence that felt both tender and self-assured, a screen aura that made viewers pause and pay attention. Yağmur Yüksel didn't arrive in the entertainment world with noise or spectacle. Instead, she built her identity through subtle intensity, transforming natural talent and determination into one of the most promising young faces of her generation. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Yağmur Yüksel was born in Turkey, growing up far from the polished sets and bright studio lights that would later define her career. Long before television recognition, she was simply a young girl drawn to performance, fascinated by emotion, storytelling, and the power of expression. Acting was not a calculated ambition at first. It was a quiet passion that gradually shaped her direction. Her early years were marked by discipline and self-development. Like many rising Turkish actors, she invested time in understanding character depth, screen presence, and emotional control. Rather than chasing overnight fame, she focused on building skill and confidence. That foundation would later become her greatest strength. Her breakthrough came with the television series Çiçekleri, a drama that quickly captured attention both domestically and internationally. Portraying a complex female lead, she delivered a performance layered with vulnerability, resilience, and quiet strength. Audiences connected not just to the storyline, but to the emotional authenticity she brought to each scene. The role introduced her to a rapidly expanding fan base. As the series gained momentum across digital platforms and international broadcasts, Yağmur Yüksel became a recognizable name beyond Turkey's borders. Her on-screen chemistry, expressive gaze, and controlled emotional delivery set her apart in a competitive industry known for intense drama and powerful storytelling. Unlike performers who rely solely on dramatic intensity, her style balances softness with strength. She allows silence to speak, often conveying more through subtle facial expression than dialogue. That restraint gives her performances realism, making viewers feel as though they are witnessing genuine emotion rather than scripted moments. Off camera, her image reflects simplicity and elegance. She maintains a refined yet understated public presence, often sharing glimpses of professional shoots, behind-the-scenes moments, and carefully curated lifestyle content. Rather than constant extravagance, her aesthetic leans toward minimalism and natural beauty, reinforcing her relatable appeal. As her popularity grows, so does her influence. Brand collaborations, media interviews, and international fan engagement have expanded her professional reach. While exact financial figures remain private, her rising status in Turkish television and global streaming markets positions her among the new generation of commercially valuable young actresses. What makes Yağmur particularly compelling is emotional sincerity. In an industry where dramatic exaggeration can dominate, she grounds her performances in authenticity. Whether portraying heartbreak, inner conflict, or quiet determination, she connects through honesty rather than theatrics. As of 2026, Yağmur Yüksel stands at a pivotal stage in her career. With a rapidly expanding audience and growing industry recognition, she represents a new wave of Turkish talent crossing borders through digital platforms. Her journey reflects patience, dedication, and belief in steady growth rather than instant spotlight. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.